It's a cycle that repeats itself. A beloved rapper is killed. Family, friends, and fans react online. The case is investigated, but usually not solved. The hip-hop community is demanding change, but there seems to be no end to the violence. The recent shooting death of rapper Migos Takeoff on November 1st sparked a new conversation between artists and industry leaders. To stop this violent cycle and find possible solutions, they say, society must first stop blaming the hip-hop community, acknowledge that systemic problems have helped create the existing violence, and provide better options for urban Black youth to move forward. Since 2018, at least 2 or more rappers a year have been killed due to gun violence. Studies looking at the life expectancy of rappers estimate that murder was the cause of death for over 50% of rappers killed. They also showed that their average age at death was between 25 and 30 years old. The crack epidemic of the 1980s and early 1990s swept through Black communities that, due to racial segregation and discriminatory practices, often resided in urban centers or low-income neighborhoods. Crack use in these communities has contributed to a higher homicide rate among Black youth, a high rate of incarceration, and a shorter life expectancy. It was around this time, particularly the mid-1980s, that hip-hop's golden age emerged and produced artists that had an impact in the genre. Hip-hop music was used as a platform to break free from the harsh realities of the streets. The mindset has now changed to "I'm a tough guy," or "she has to be mean, we have to be ready to kill or shoot someone," and the narrative, not just ours, of the music, visuals, and so on. Of course, the movies and all the other influences that come into our thought process. So now, after the crack generation, these are the results. And that's what permeates through the hip-hop scene these days. The crack generation has led to a huge disconnect between the older and younger generation. The next generation had to take care of themselves. They didn't get those lessons passed down from generation to generation like many from generations in the past. Society has become more of a materialistic culture that only amplifies the systemic problems that plague it. For urban youth with little or no resources, rapping has become a viable career option to get out of the hood. You can take people out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of people. We have to manage our mind, our emotions, our resources, regardless of the culture in which we find ourselves. And if we don't, it will manifest destructively. As these destructive forms have become more visible these days thanks to social media, rap industry leaders are actively working to address the violence and combat it. While some artists and industry leaders feel exhausted and frustrated by the current state of hip-hop and the ongoing violence, many believe there is still a lot of hope. There is hope because hip-hop stems from Black culture, which is full of extraordinary, resilient, incredible people who have survived just about every problem America has put them through. Hip-hop culture is alive and well, and so is the subsequent industry that follows. But as more and more of its stars fall victim to senseless violence, the question still remains, why is hip-hop being blamed for the violence against its rappers?